students, by this video let us study about the properties of nitrogen. So when we know nitrogen is N2. Yes, two nitrogen atoms are joined together by triple bonds. Okay, so the structural formula for this dinitrogen N2 is N triple bond N. So when we know that 78% of our Earth atmosphere consists of nitrogen gas, right? Now let us look into the physical properties of this nitrogen gas. So nitrogen gas or dinitrogen, it is colorless, odorless and tasteless gas it is. So what do you mean by that? Colorless means there is no color so that we cannot see it. There is no particular smell, so it's odorless, and no particular taste. Fine, so it is tasteless gas. And another important aspect of this nitrogen is it is non-toxic. Fine, so that's why it's 78% is present in the atmosphere. So definitely it should be non-toxic. Of course, as all other elements, even isotopes exist in the case of nitrogen too. So in the case of nitrogen, two isotopes are N14 and N15. In that case, N14 is more abundantly, that is present, that is 14.5% is available, whereas N15, the second isotope, that is just 0.4% availability. Now, by looking into the inertness of this nitrogen gas, they are chemically inert, less reactive. That's why they are called as chemically inert gases there. Okay. Yes. So they are less reactive. That means they does not react or they show least reactivity with other metals or other elements. Yes. So now let us see what is the reason for this chemical inertness of this dinitrogen gas. It is due to high bonding energy of the N2 molecule. So that bonding energy is 225 calorie per mole, which is equal to 946 kilojoules per mole. So this much amount of bonding energy is seen in the case of this dinitrogen, and that is the reason why the dinitrogen is chemically inert. And by looking at the solubility with water, it is very less soluble in water. So how much it is soluble in the sense, for 1 liter of water, nearly 23.2 ml or 23.2 centimeter cube of nitrogen can be solubilized at a temperature of 273 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure. Fine. And this nitrogen is also having a very low boiling point, that is 77.2 Kelvin. And by comparing this N triple bond N, so this is a triple bond system. When we compare this dinitrogen with other triple bond systems like that of carbon triple bond carbon, carbon triple bond oxygen, halogen bond, carbon triple bond N, nitrogen triple bond C, while comparing with the other triple bond systems, this dinitrogen is less reactive here. Fine. And moreover, dinitrogen cannot act as a donor. Fine. So all these are the physical properties of nitrogen. Fine. Now let us see the chemical properties of this dinitrogen. So dinitrogen is chemically inert, right? So that we have already seen that. The reason for the chemical inertness is that due to high bonding energy, dinitrogen does not react with other metals or other compounds or molecules. Yes. So at room temperature, dinitrogen react with lithium to form lithium nitride. Okay. So only at room temperature or at high temperature, this dinitrogen will react with other elements or other molecules. Understanding? So at room temperature, dinitrogen react with lithium and form lithium nitride, Ni3n. Fine. So now let us balance this reaction. Left hand side 2 nitrogen, whereas right hand side only 1 nitrogen, so I just put here 2. Now lithium, there are 3 lithium already. Now when we multiply by 2, it becomes 6 lithium on the right hand side, whereas on the left hand side only 1 lithium. So to balance I put 6. Fine. So the reaction is balanced. Fine. So lithium at room temperature react with nitrogen, that is dinitrogen, to give lithium nitride. Only at high temperature, elevated temperature, it will react with other elements, especially group 2 elements. Yes. So dinitrogen N2 react with calcium to give calcium nitride. Fine. So Ca3N2 is calcium nitride. So here 2 nitrogen, here also 2 nitrogen, and it is balanced. Here 3 calcium, so here also 3. So here 3 balance, it's balanced. Fine. Now dinitrogen also react with boron to give boron nitride. To give boron nitride, so it is balanced here. Here it is N2, here only 1 N, so I just put here 2. Now here it is 2 boron, here only 1, so I put here 2. Now the reaction is balanced. Fine. Now magnesium is also another element in the second group. Yes. So magnesium also combined with nitrogen to give magnesium nitride Mg3N2. Fine. So in order to balance, so here 3 magnesium, here only 1, so I just put here 3. Now it is balanced. Fine. So from this it is very clear that dinitrogen can react with other metals only at high temperature, and only in the room temperature dinitrogen can react with lithium and they form lithium nitrides. With calcium it forms calcium nitride, with boron nitride, and with magnesium nitride. Fine. Now dinitrogen plays a very important role in the synthesis of ammonia, which is called as the Haber process. So in the Haber process, dinitrogen directly reacts with hydrogen gas to form ammonia. So this reaction takes place at high pressure and optimum temperature. Fine. So at a particular optimum temperature and high pressure, in the presence of catalyst, this synthesis of ammonia takes place. Okay. So in this synthesis ammonia, nitrogen combined with hydrogen to form ammonia. So for this reaction, iron is used as the catalyst. Okay. Now the enthalpy of formation, the energy required for this reaction is minus 46.2 kilojoule per mole. So with the expense of this much energy, this reaction of dinitrogen with hydrogen to form ammonia in the presence of the catalyst iron at optimum temperature and high pressure. Fine. Likewise, dinitrogen also react with oxygen. Yes. So here at high temperature only it will react with oxygen, and at a temperature of 3473 Kelvin, elevated temperature, dinitrogen react with oxygen to form nitrous oxide. Yes. So the yield of this nitrous oxide is very little, that is 4.4%. To synthesize nitrous oxide, yes, high temperature is required. So here it is 3473 Kelvin temperature is utilized for the synthesis of nitrous oxide, where nitrogen and oxygen combine together and they form the nitrous oxide. So the yield is very little, that is 4.4%. Fine. So just to summarize the chemical properties of nitrogen, dinitrogen react with lithium to form lithium nitride. It reacts with calcium to form calcium nitride. It also reacts with boron to form boron nitride, and with magnesium it forms magnesium nitrides. So generally dinitrogen is chemically inert, but at high temperatures only they will react with other metals, especially the second group metals. Okay, that is like magnesium, calcium. Then at room temperature only it will react with lithium. Fine. And for the synthesis of ammonia, the Haber process, dinitrogen plays a very important role. This reactant dinitrogen react with hydrogen to form ammonia. So this reaction takes place in the presence of a catalyst ion at high pressure and optimum temperature. Yes, and the enthalpy of formation for this reaction where ammonia is synthesized, that is minus 46.2 kilojoule per mole. Okay, then at high temperature even the dinitrogen can react with oxygen and it forms nitrous oxide. Okay, so temperature utilized here is 3473 Kelvin temperature is used up, and the yield of this nitrous oxide is very little, that is just 4.4%. Fine. So that's it about the chemical properties of nitrogen. Now let us see the uses of nitrogen. Nitrogen is used in the manufacture of ammonia, nitric acid and cyanamide. So all these compounds are synthesized by using nitrogen. Got it? Then nitrogen is also used in the preservation, in biological preservation. Yes, because this liquid nitrogen, it is used for producing low temperature. Yes, so in cryosurgery, so surgery which take place with the help of low temperature, minimum temperature. Yes, so in the low temperature surgery take place, so that low temperature is nothing but a cryosurgery. So in cryosurgery, in order to maintain low temperature, liquid nitrogen is used, and also it is used in biological preservation like sperm, egg, some cells. Yes, so in our country there are many varieties of plants and animals. Extinct species are there, right? So these extinct species or endangered species of plants and animals, their cells or their sperm or their eggs can be preserved for further research. So that preservation is done by this by liquid nitrogen. Okay, so these specimens, they just store it in the liquid nitrogen. Okay, so especially in animal tissue culture laboratories, yes, the sperms of animals or the eggs of animals, so they are just preserved in this liquid nitrogen cylinders. Fine. So that's it about your uses of nitrogen. Fine. So hope you understood this video. Thanks for listening.